Oh, he's had a kick on that. Could hear it from the commentary box. He doesn't show much of sullen, isn't he? All credit to him. He's always been like that throughout his career. He doesn't complain about kicks. He doesn't put his hands up in the air when he has a kick. Not easy to do that. It's very frustrating. We've seen many players jumping up on the shot after missing with a kick, and the other thing Sullivan does a lot is when his opponent gets a kick and misses, Ronnie doesn't ask the referee to clean the white. His opponent gets the ump then, because he wants everybody to know he's had a kick.
9.
You do feel, if you're a John Higgins fan, he needs to make a substantial effort with his chance. In his previous match, he kept getting to 30 and 40 and breaking down. I think he was first to agree that he was struggling in the scoring department, which has always been a very strong point of John Higgins. Again, already he's made things
17.
a little bit difficult for himself. He's got a shot at the blue and the black, but this is a lot thinner. The black's a lot thinner than he'd have liked. The blue's not a great shot. It would have to go in. This is a tester early on.
Big shot for John Higgins, that. He's been a little unfortunate, I think, with the position. Left himself another thin
24.
cut past the black, if you can see it. It's one of those shots when you take it on, you think, if I miss this, I'm going to leave the guy at least 4 reds on. And when you pot it yourself, sometimes you're on nothing. Oh, it's his thin cut he's taking on. Very nice.
25.
Darren said he's desperate here to make a big break. Just slightly overrun that. May not even take the yellow on. But that's not John Higgins' way, really. He's always gone for shots, even at crucial moments. Class shot.
27. $28. $35. Sure. 36.
Still got a lot of work to do to make this a frame winning chance. On the red to the left centre.
43.
He's playing to get an angle on the black so as he can disturb 5 reds just below the pink spot.
44.
It's all about this next shot. He just wants to drag into the outside. Red of the cluster. Well, he didn't. He caught the one on the right. Now, unless this red bounces off the cush, which hasn't come off there
51.
by much, so this now is a real tricky red. Just got the wrong cannon then. Just wanted the outside. That red to the left.
John Higgins,
Yes, it's the
51.
type of shot you don't really want to pot for your next meal, do you? It's a very narrow angle and you have to hit it with some sort of pace to get on the blue. That could have been the most important visit of the match. But, though the ball's not easy from here, I do fear for John
One.
Higgins, where Sullivan's playing. These three reds will probably come into play very quickly here with the pink spot. Knew he'd always be on the one into the left centre.
6. Seven.
Just slowed up just about in time. He's still got slight awkward queuing. No problem. I think that's the difference at the moment. Every time Ronnie O'Sullivan gets in, you just fancy that he's gonna pot everything, clear up. There's no John Higgins has had a lot of chances,
18.
but again, he had a great chance, managed to make 51 and has
19.
broke down. The John Higgins of old. Probably did win a frame from most of his visits. And all these players obviously are used to playing at the highest standards. They
20.
finish frames off in one visit snooker. That's why the game's progressed and become so exciting. Sullivan
25.
is just making everything look so even the awkward shots, as if he was 6 inches behind that then.
Foul shot. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 25.
Well,
John
that is
Higgins.
totally unexpected, but he had to play a very deep screw back to get off the cushion off and over to those two reds on the right hand side of the table, so the chance is gone. He hasn't left anything on for John Higgins, but Higgins will be very pleased. You see that? That is one of the biggest miscues we've ever seen. Look at that. Just got the grip on a little early probably. Tip dropped down before it hit the cue ball. Let's put Ronnie O'Sullivan back in again now.
That's a much better safety shot from John Higgins. And he has got a bit of a free shot at this if he was to fancy it. He could play this into the green pocket, and the white coming back down towards the black. Wouldn't be leaving nothing on other than the red he's playing. So you might see a little bit of value in going for this. Elected to play the safety instead.
As good as he could have done from there. Sullivan get past the brown though, he'll take this red on. Got no easy safety on, and if he gets the red, a chance to win the frame and possibly take a 3-0 lead in the match. He didn't play for the black. Made the pot a little more difficult because of the pace he had to put into the shot. Now then, John, this is almost a must, I feel, to win from here. Not the easiest of first reds, but he's got to gobble this type of chance up against Sullivan in good form.
One.
So he's just a couple of shots from getting himself on the scoreboard, cutting his deficit to 1. And you do feel he had to win this frame to have any chance in this match. Couldn't see him coming back from 3-0 down. Not with the way Ronnie O'Sullivan's playing anyway.
8.
2-1. Match is still on.
Fourteen.
Well, the red didn't go in. It's awful tight across them cushions. Ronnie O'Sullivan stayed in his seat. He's given Ronnie O'Sullivan something to think about. John Higgins will be feeling much better. He cuts his deficit to 2 frames to 1. Well, he tried to shock us then and come back to the table, but it stands. John